Richician! Hey YouTube, Dark Magician 84 here, doing another past format Dark Magician deck profile. So you've seen my Edison decks. We've now moved on to the next format, as you can see, September 2010. This was how I excuse me, played my Dark Magician deck back then, or close enough to it, and yeah, I'll just show the deck. Didn't really get to show any of the tuners and synchros in that battle royal, but it's fine though. I mean, a lot of the other 5Ds and Zexal era decks will be built in the same way, near enough, so it's fine. So of course I have 2 copies of Dark Magician, my favourite card in Ace Monster, 2 copies of Skilled Dark Magician. Just wasn't sure that 3 was necessary for this build. Then Toon Gemini Elf. There is a reason why I'm playing Toon Gemini Elf, and if you've seen that Battle Royale, you'll know what it is. Then I'm playing some more generic spellcasters for this one, starting with Chaos Command Magician, who can't be targeted by monster effects. Then the Tricky and Oracle of the Sun, spellcaster versions of Cyber Dragon, basically. Then 2 copies of Magical Exemplar, 2 copies of Break the Magical Warrior, a single copy of Knight's End Sorcerer, and 3 copies of Gravekeeper's Spy. No guard, didn't really feel the need to put it in, it's just there for tribute fodder. Then Good Old Time Wizard, why not? Then Effect Veiler, which I can definitely use in this build. And Plague Spreader Zombie, the only monster in the main deck that's not a spellcaster. God, you can see my fingerprint on that now. It's still there. Oh no, wait, that was already there. And it's a bit glared, I apologise. And finally, Chaos Sorcerer. I can't actually remember if it was a semi-limited or limited, but I'm playing one anyway. It's all that's needed really, and there's not a lot of light monsters in the main deck anyway. So yeah, that's going to do it for the monsters. On with the spells. So because this is a spellcaster deck, I'm playing 3 copies of Magical Dimension, then 2 copies of Miracle Synchro Fusion, because I'm playing Supreme Arcanite Magician in the extra deck, plus Spellcaster Synchros obviously, and it does have a bonus effect where if it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect I get to draw a card. Then 2 copies of Solidarity, since there's pretty much nothing but spellcasters, it's there to give them a nice little buff, which is pretty cool. And now for the reason why I played Toon Gemini Elf. Toon Table of Contents, to do the classic combo of playing it with a Skilled Dark Magician on the field. So play all 3 of them. He goes up to 3 spell counters, then I tribute him off for Dark Magician. Then Allure of Darkness, draw power, and Dark Hole staple, Monster Reborn staple, Book of Moon staple, and MST staple. And that's it for spells. On with traps. So for traps I have Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, Call of the Haunted, and 2 copies of Fiendish Chain for more effect negation. And that's it for the main deck. On with the extra deck. So I've got 2 copies of Supreme Arcanite Magician, one of my favourite spellcasters and fusion monsters in general. It's just great. Yeah. Basically, when it's fusion summoned, it gets 2 spell counters, plus 1,000 attack points for each spell counter on it, and once per turn I can remove a spell counter to either destroy a card or draw a card. So great. Now for synchros, I've got Red Nova Dragon, because it actually is possible to make this card, and I actually did go into it once. Problem is it wasn't on camera. Yeah, not easy to go into in this build, but it can be done. Then Red Dragon Archfiend, which by the way is my original copy. I thought I'd throw a lot of original synchros in here. I don't think this was though. Colossal Fighter, Fort Ruler Archfiend, that's definitely not an original copy. Same with these, 2 copies of Stardust Dragon, my favourite synchro monster. That's it for 8s. 7s consist of Black Rose Dragon. Then 2 copies of Arcanite Magician. And for 6s, Goyo Guardian. This is my original copy of it. And yeah, I own 2 Ultimate Rares. Big smile. Then Brionac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. That's my original copy. And finally 2 copies of Tempest Magician. And this secret rare one is my original copy, which I bought off an old friend of mine, Seb, many years ago, back in 2009. So yeah, that is the deck. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and a comment, share and subscribe if you haven't subbed already. Yeah, it's a nice fun way to play the deck. Didn't have it for very long back in that format. I sort of switched between this and Legendary Hero back then, and then I went back to Legendary Hero. Could have stuck with this and improved on it, but Legendary Hero was just working out a lot better for me. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. And then at some point soon, maybe a couple of weeks' time, I will bring out my March 2011 format Dark Magician deck, and of course March 2011 Legendary Hero. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Richician YouTube channel.